Good morning. Happy Monday. Sorry I was not able to be here on Friday. I had quite a few people contact me and asking where the video is. I was traveling, so I apologize. I didn't mention that to you. I am Sue Pickering, Soul Works by Sue Pickering. I am an intuitive certified soul coaching practitioner. I help mostly entrepreneurs on their path and getting to listen to their heart and their soul and where they need to go, working through anything that is stopping them from moving forward into their path. And yeah, I am going to get started doing a message for the collective: home and clarity. Okay. So what I'm feeling here is there's an aspect for you that you're moving, getting clear on what you want, getting clear on your path, getting clear on where your happiness is where you want to find all of your happiness and live in that space, moving forward, coming home to who you are, coming home to your soul, really listening to your soul. For some of you, yes, you will be moving, okay? And I'm seeing a fall move, someone moving in the fall, packing up. There's some of you that are going to be traveling in the fall because I'm seeing a suitcase now. But for the majority, it's about getting clear on what you want, really dreaming. What is your biggest dream? If time and money were not an issue, what is your biggest dream? Where do you want to live? What do you want to do? What is your happiest self? What does that look like? And really connecting to your heart, to your soul, in how to get there and what you want to do to be in that aspect. The Hanged Man, okay? Making sure that you are, looking at things differently than what you have in the past to gain that clarity. Sometimes we have our way of thinking and that's that, which is fine, but sometimes if things are not if we are not finding our happiest self and living our greatest life, what do we need to see differently to bring that to us, for us to chase those dreams, to chase, having the best love of our life, all of those things. But there's an aspect that continuing to do it the same way as we always have, but protecting ourselves in that. When we are protecting ourselves, we are not being fully open to all the possibilities, fully open to feeling how we want to feel in our happiness, in our joy, okay? For some of you, yes, the tower has hit hard. But sometimes, it's like seeing things from a different perspective. Yeah, I've had these horrible experiences. My world has come down underneath me. But what is right about it? I mean, when you're going through something, we struggle to see the bigger picture, right? Looking at things differently. But what they're saying is, having those tower moments more puts us more in alignment. It puts us on the path where we're supposed to be going, where we're supposed to be, because we're not listening to the path. So we have these lessons that come to us. Unfortunately, that's how we learn. Why is this happening to me? Is what they're showing me. And it's to realign you. It's to put you on the right path. It's for you to meet the right people. It's for you to, all of these things. It could be anything for you, okay? But they're showing me that spirit has a safety net here. They're showing me, yes, you might fall, but the spirit is going to soften the blow. Spirit is going to stop you from having, anything really, really bad happening. But it's for you to see, what do you need to know about yourself Do you need to take back your power? Did you need to have boundaries? Did you need to be doing a different career because you're not on the path that you absolutely love your career? Did you need that better relationship that treats you the way that you are should be valued? Whatever the thing is here, okay? This is all to bring you back home. This is all to bring you back to your soul, listening to what your path is and realigning to be, on the right path, to find that happiness, to find that joy in everyday life, okay? Vision quest. So this is the Hangman again. This is about you looking at things differently. This is about you taking the time to really listen to spirit and what your path is, really connecting to what makes you live in happiness, joy, all of those things. Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, new wealth, for some of you, you've had kind of a struggle with your career. And maybe you've lost your job, or a lot of people have been losing their jobs, and it's like, it's putting you back into alignment of the career that maybe you always wanted to have, but you were too scared to step into. But Spirit is saying, it's time. We're going to make sure that you find that success in this other career. And knowing that there are new materialistic beginnings for you. Mostly in the career, okay? 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Rebuilding something that is absolutely beautiful. This is you. Can you imagine, building something that you love and sitting in your sanctuary that you have built? That's a metaphor, okay? They're showing me like a garden it's like taking pride in your garden, and you grow it, and you add flowers, and you add, maybe a fountain, and then all of a sudden you can sit in it because you've created it. That is the analogy of whatever is happening in your life. You are rebuilding something that is so great, and it is your space. You've earned it. You deserve to be happy in it. And that is your life. You deserve to be happy in it. You're building a life of love, of passion, of, all of the things that come together for you to, come back to your heart center, come back to a space of love. And that's where we should be living from as much as possible. Yes, life is life. Life happens. But it is an aspect of, our lessons. It's an aspect of what we need to see of ourselves and our life, all of those things. When we're going through our trials, we really struggle to find those things, okay? What is the perfect setting? Again, they're showing me for you to get clarity on what you want. Paint your picture. Really think about, if time and money were, not an issue, what would you be doing? What would your happy life be? And you're worthy of that happy life. You're worthy of having all that you desire, whether that's you're seeking love, whether that's you're seeking that career that is just beautiful. But more you follow where your heart is calling you, the more happiness and joy you will find on the other side of all of this, okay? On the other side of your discovery on where you're going. But they're saying, making sure that you don't let anyone dim your light. Don't let anyone allow you to feel less than, because that's those aspects that we start protecting ourselves, and we start, holding ourselves in. Coming out of the cold, they're recognizing, they're saying that for you to recognize that there is happiness around you, even though some of you have had a tower moment. There is something to see that is around you. There's light for you to follow. They're saying, look up. Don't get caught in all of the sadness. Don't get caught in all of the traumas that have happened. Um, moving into finding the glory and the gratitude and seeing that there is a glimpse of light there. There's always hope. There's always, that glimmer. And they're saying when you look up and look for that and move toward it, that is when you're going to come out of the cold. That is when you're going to come out of, misery and pain and suffering. Uh, Often sometimes we go back into misery and pain and suffering, and it's like, what makes us keep going back into the same situations? Is it fear? There's something deep down. Is it worthiness? Since the worthy card come out, for some of you, it definitely is not seeing your value, but it's for you to undo these aspects of your things that have happened to you in the past. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Co-create with spirit and all that glitters. They're showing me that, discovering what makes you happy, discovering the sunshine, take off the mask, be authentic, discover more of who you are and what you require in this world to be happy, to have the joy and all of the beauty that comes your way. Getting connected to spirit, they're saying, really connect to your higher self, your heart, really moving from that mind, that ego, into your heart center, into your path. Build your palace, build your beautiful garden, your sanctuary, build the life that you are truly, truly seeking in this, in this life that you have here on earth. We're here for such a short time, and we deserve to not be in pain and suffering every single day. What else do we need to hear, Spirit? Okay, there we go. Wisdom. Okay. Be opening to hear things from a different perspective. Be open to more connection to spirit. Be open to hearing what comes in and really bringing it into your heart and what you do with it moving forward. Okay. They're showing me, look at your reflection. Look at what you need to see about yourself. If that's aspects of healing, if that's aspects of seeing your worthiness, whatever that might be. Okay. That's what I do the soul coaching for, is to discover all of that. Okay. It brings us into listening more into your heart center. Success. It is our right to be successful. That's beautiful. And, look at the staircase. It's there. And then all of a sudden you come to this beautiful castle, and new beginnings. They're telling me it's a whole different world for you once you move into your heart center, once you really start following your path. And I can honestly say that is truth for me in how I have had my tower moments and moved through them. Okay. And that is why I do what I do as well. Beginnings, new beginnings, and the freedom. Wow, I love this. Yeah, and a lot of it is getting rid of that ego, that space where we sit and think and think and think, um, which isn't helping us. We need to move more into our heart center, our knowing, our, what we feel. If you're not a clairsentient, you have this deep knowing of what feels right. And moving into more of the freedom, sovereignty, because it is our right to be here and be sovereign. And recognizing coming out of the cold and seeing that glimmer of light, because that is where we need to continue to follow and move toward. And for some of you, moving is going to bring you that, because you're moving where your heart is calling you. I know I have some friends that are they're putting their stuff in storage and they're not sure where they're going. They're not sure what they're doing. Amen. Good for you. They're just living life where it's taking them day by day. And that is living. That is, they do their thing to create their money, and that's how they live, and it's beautiful. Yeah, if you're being called to certain places in the world, um, most definitely there's a reason why you're being called there, whether it's to meet certain people, whether it's to do a certain career, whether it's to, just hold energy for that space in the world, to create more goodness to come, and moving toward it and not being scared and really following the path and listening to the wisdom that's coming through. I thank you for being here, and I hope everyone has a beautiful, magical day. Much love.